source. This is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 5.
Coming up, an important city council meeting tonight concerning property taxes and other budget changes you're going to want to know about.
Plus, a large wildfire continues to burn in the Nebraska Panhandle. We'll have the very latest update.
But first tonight, dangerous heat across our area. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. The temperature is definitely soaring tonight.
And that's why we start with the heat advisory going until tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Of course, one of the best ways to cool off in the heat is taking a dip in the pool or jumping through a splash pad like this one at Trago Park. In Lincoln, the neighborhood pools have family swim nights from 6 to 9 each night for just $9. Now, jumping in a pool sounds really good right about now.
That looks so refreshing, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Oh, what a day. John, how long can we predict this heat lasting?
It's going to be around for a few days, and I think the bigger story, not so much the heat, it's the humidity. And it's going to stay muggly, dew points into the low 70s for the next several days. Temperatures outside right now sitting in the middle to upper 90s. It's 96 officially in Lincoln. We've made it up to 97 degrees today, 98 degrees unofficially down in Fairbury, and 95 in both Grand Island as well as in Kearney. But the big story, the humidity, dew points are sitting in the lower to middle 70s. Even 82 degrees right now in Nebraska City. That is just a very, very high dew point, meaning there's a lot of moisture in the air right now, and that takes the heat index in Nebraska City to 112. They were 115 last hour. Omaha right now, it's 111. It feels like 105 right now in Lincoln, and 104 is what it feels like in Aurora. The heat advisory, as you guys mentioned, is in effect through 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. That does include most of southeast Nebraska, and it's not just us baking in the heat. It's 97 degrees right now in Kansas City. It's 100 degrees in Goodland, Kansas, and even 98 degrees right now in North Platte. And the humidity remains high, especially as you get into the eastern third of the state of Nebraska through Iowa, Missouri, and even down towards Kansas. And heat indices as of this hour, it's feeling like 109 right now in Kansas City. For the rest of this evening, we'll see our temperatures dropping slowly, still holding on to 90 degrees by 8 o'clock, 84 degrees still by 10 o'clock, and very humid. I'll talk a little bit more about how much longer this heat and humidity will last, and when we see some relief from that. It's coming up in my 10-day outlook.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much, John. A special ride will come through Lincoln tomorrow morning to honor fallen investigator Mario Herrera.
It's called the End of Watch Ride to Remember. Investigator Herrera, as many of you know, was killed in the line of duty almost a year ago while helping serve a warrant. Tomorrow, the End of Watch Ride to Remember will travel through Lincoln, ending at the police station downtown. If you want to see it, the route goes from 84th Street at Highway 2, down Highway 2 to 10th, and then finishing up at the police station.
New details tonight on the wildfire burning in the Nebraska Panhandle. Here's some new pictures of the Hackberry fire. The state fire marshal's office says they're hoping conditions improve today to be able to get a handle on the 3,500-acre fire. It's expected to be fully contained by Thursday, hopefully. The fire is burning in a rather remote area. Fire crews from across the state have come to help battle the blaze.
It just kind of all falls back to the brotherhood. We know we get tired, especially with the heat that they have right now, and everyone needs a break. And that's kind of what we provided. We were only online for 15 hours. There's a lot of other departments that have been out there a lot longer than that. They're bringing crews out in buses, like from Custer County. They brought a high school bus out of another cruise to take over for the other people. It's truly amazing to see what the volunteers are doing in all departments across the state.
Now, Steve says the terrain there in Banner County, where the fire is very rough. He says it takes a lot of manpower to take on this big-scale operation, but good news, so far no injuries have been reported. The Nebraska State Patrol is launching a new program to help clear roadways after accidents.
Yeah, their new drone program includes crash reconstruction investigators throughout the state. There are now 19 certified drone pilots across Nebraska. They are trained to fly the drones and use 3D mapping to better investigate accidents on Nebraska highways. They've already used these drones several times for accidents, and they say it really does help save time as well.
Depending on the scene, it can take anywhere from an hour to a couple hours. With the new drone, you're looking at under an hour, 30 to 45 minutes.
Training has taken place at Husker Harvest Days recently.
And now to the latest coronavirus news tonight. Nationwide, the number of people in the hospital has risen more than 300% since early June, now at more than 68,000 patients.
And an increasing number of pediatric patients. ABC's Faith Abube gets us up to date on the new information.
The calls for more Americans to get vaccinated and quickly growing louder as the Delta variant breaks some grim pandemic records. Health officials say the U.S. is recording more daily COVID cases now than at any point in the first 8 months of the entire pandemic.
This is not your grandfather's COVID. This Delta variant is an entirely new and unexpected challenge for us.
The U.S. daily COVID average rising to just under 100,000, nearly 9 times higher than it was in the middle of June. So far, the states with the lowest vaccination rates appear to be the hardest hit. Dr. Peter Hotez on MSNBC.
What we're looking at right now is a humanitarian catastrophe.
New CDC data shows every state in the country is seeing high or substantial community spread. From Mississippi to Louisiana and 41 other states, hospital beds quickly filling up. In the Austin, Texas area, COVID patients flooding hospital rooms, leaving only 6 ICU beds available for about 2.3 million residents.
It's impacting all of us, and it actually is beginning to threaten health care for people with other problems.
The upcoming school year also drawing attention to younger Americans. One Florida hospital now caring for more than 20 children admitted with COVID, one on a ventilator. New Orleans Children's Hospital also treating more kids with the virus. But Dr. Ashish Jha says a simple 5-point strategy can keep kids safe in the new school year.
Number one is we got to get everybody who's eligible vaccinated. Second is we've got to do a lot to improve the air quality in schools, ventilation, filtration. Third is testing.
And Dr. Jha adds that mask wearing and avoiding super crowded spaces will also be key. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
And the Biden administration hoping full FDA vaccine approval will come soon. It will lead to stronger vaccination mandates.
With more than 650 universities requiring proof of vaccination, many students have started to turn to online sellers of fake vaccination cards. Some faculties and fellow students have expressed concerns over how easy it is to obtain these fake cards. But the CDC and Department of Justice now warning buyers and sellers this is a federal crime and holds a maximum sentence of 5 years.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin will request approval for the COVID vaccine to be mandatory for all U.S. military members. He wants it approved by mid-September, but that could change if infection rates continue to rise or the vaccine receives final FDA approval first. The request comes shortly after President Biden told defense officials to develop plans requiring troops to get vaccinated. A piece of history rolled through Nebraska this weekend.
And we love seeing the video that you share with us. Thanks to Scott Linker, who sent this of the Big Boy Union Pacific steam train in Kearney. The train once ran the tracks for work back in 1941, but has since retired and now travels through communities to show how steam engines work. The Big Boy is always sure to draw a crowd. You can send us videos and pictures right through our Channel 8 app in just seconds.
All right, are you ready? We're going to do a little movie line trivia, all right? Hey, Megan, want to have a catch?
I'd like that. If you want to relive one of the best baseball movies of all time, your chance is coming up. See the Field of Dreams come to life.
And no, it's not heaven, it's Iowa. That story in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Kickstart your new school day routine with Channel 8 News.
We'll tell you what's
We have some breaking news to tell you about right now. 3 new COVID deaths in Lancaster County.
Yes, that's right. It was a woman in her 60s, a woman in her 70s, and a man in his 90s. They were all hospitalized. That brings our death total here in Lincoln and Lancaster County to 247. Also today, 75 new cases were reported. All
right, on a much lighter note now, the iconic Field of Dreams movie site is hosting Iowa's first ever Major League Baseball game.
Yeah, very exciting, and site owners believe if they build it, they will come for future games, of course. Here's the story.
Well, of course, we all couldn't wait to watch the movie, and we did that, and we were just enthralled with the movie, and so we couldn't wait to get our son up here.
That, however, was 30 years ago. Now, Marsha Winters' son is grown up and has 2 kids of his own, Marsha's grandchildren.
We couldn't wait to bring them up, and they're both ball players.
And there was some preparation involved for this very special field trip.
The grandson's first time here, and they watched the movie last night, so we quizzed him on the way up. I found a trivia thing on the phone.
Marsha says they're already looking forward to the next time they bring their grandkids to the Field of Dreams movie site. But next time, the place might feel a little different. Site owners say they'll begin constructing 21 youth baseball fields in the fall.
That is all-star ballpark heaven, and that's a youth baseball and softball tournament complex that we plan on constructing around the Field of Dreams movie site and developing that and providing opportunities for the nation's youth.
Weinberg says the goal is to teach children lessons on and off the field to help them be successful in the sport and their personal lives. He says, though, those who visit the movie site might not even notice the difference.
We'll be expanding and starting first in the northeast corner of the property, and you won't even tell that the fields are there. It'll all be cornfields in the outfield of the Field of Dreams, and we'll leave it preserved because, as we all know, this is holy ground.
Down the road, they have even more plans for the site. Those include a hotel and an indoor training facility with state-of-the-art equipment for athletes. And even though those plans aren't official yet, one thing is for certain.
The future is brighter than ever.
In Dyersville, Fernando Garcia Franceschini, KCRG TV9 News.
You know, I was working for a TV station in Iowa when the movie came out, and there were people traveling from all over the world. They wanted to actually see the Field of Dreams in person, as you saw in that video. For how many years now, people have been taking pictures. They just want to touch the ground after watching the movie.
You know, speaking of the movie, I know it's a very popular sports movie. I have to admit, I only first saw it about a month ago.
Okay.
But it's very relevant now because now I know all the quotes for this story and everything, and so at least I've seen it.
As they say, better late than never, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We should mention Good Morning America is going the distance, and we'll be live at the Field of Dreams Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
A sunny, a warm, and a humid day for sure as we take a live look from Honda of Lincoln. You can see we still are dealing with effects from the wildfires out to the west, which I'll show you the number of wildfires that are going on across especially the western third of the country. But temperatures today, even with the smoke in the air, we're able to make it into the middle and upper 90s. We hit 97 degrees this afternoon in Lincoln, so a very warm day, the warmest day so far this month and the warmest temperature we've had in nearly 2 weeks. It's 96 right now in Beatrice, 94 in Hebron, holding on to 95 degrees in Grand Island and 94 degrees in Hastings. It is very humid outside. For that, we look at the dew point. Anything above 60 feels uncomfortable. Once we get into the upper 60s and 70s, I call it muggly, and that is definitely the case if you step outside. It's going to feel like you're walking through water. 78 degrees is the dew point right now in Columbus, and extremely high, 82 right now in Nebraska City, and 81 degrees is the dew point in Wahoo. And that's sending the heat indices up to 113 was what it feels like in Wahoo, 112 in Nebraska City, 111 in Omaha. Earlier this afternoon, it felt like 115 in Nebraska City. We made it to a peak heat index today of 107 in Lincoln. It feels like it's 105 right now in Beatrice and 105 in York. So again, very nice evening to stay inside. Radar, well, right now it should be showing there's a couple of showers and thunderstorms that are out over the southwestern corner of the state, and they will try to move to the east as we go through the evening as the cold front starts to move into the area. However, once we get to about midnight, these are all going to fall apart. I don't think they're going to make it their way to the Tri-Cities, and especially not making it to Lincoln tonight. These will continue to weaken as they move further to the east later on this evening. Temperature-wise, we're going to go from the upper 80s or 90s, I should say, to mid-90s by 8 o'clock. We're not going to cool off very much tonight. It's going to be very humid humid. Leave the windows shut. Leave the AC turned on. If you don't have AC, keep the fans going. Temperatures will be dropping into the upper 60s to low 70s, but dew points will be right around 70, so it's going to feel very muggly through the overnight hours. For tomorrow morning, a chance for a few scattered showers, especially out to the southwest. We'll call for partly cloudy skies in the morning. As we go through the day, we will have a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms, mainly south of Lincoln. I think we're talking more towards Beatrice, towards Hebron, and areas south near the state line. And that could also produce a thunderstorm, especially as we head towards the afternoon. By 3 o'clock, you can see even out towards Nebraska City, maybe seeing a shower or thunderstorm. Sky is turning mostly sunny for the northern half of the area as we go through the afternoon hours, and that's going to allow our temperatures to get back up to once again in the low to mid 90s. It will be a couple degrees cooler than today, looking for a high of 94 tomorrow in Lincoln and 95 degrees in Beatrice. But you'll see dew points will continue to climb as we go through the day tomorrow, back up into the low to mid 70s. So it's going to feel very humid, and because of that, the heat index will once again be high. By noon, it's going to feel like it's in the 90s. By mid to late afternoon, we could see heat indices back once again over 100 degrees, maybe as high as 105 in Lincoln, 105 down towards Beatrice as well. And it's going to still feel very humid as we go into the evening hours. A lot of wildfires out to the west. As of the latest count, 108 over the western third of the country. And this also includes the one that we were just talking about earlier into western Nebraska, now impacting about 5,800 acres. It's about 16 miles to the southwest of Bridgeport, Nebraska. We're going to keep some smoke around the skies because of that as we go through the evening hours tonight, as well as we go through the day tomorrow. In fact, we may see a higher concentration with clouds aloft because of that smoke, so expect to see red filtered sun tomorrow evening. 7-day forecast then shows 96 degrees on Wednesday. Again, heat indices over 100 degrees. That will continue on Thursday, and I would not be surprised to see heat advisories moved into Wednesday and Thursday as well. We see a break from the humidity coming our way on Friday. Temperatures in the 80s. Right now, it look like temperatures in the 80s as well for the weekend, of dew points are right around 60, so just feeling a little uncomfortable, but not too bad. And then we start warming back up as we go to the middle and end of next week.
Yeah, just another reminder, be careful when you're outside if you're doing anything that takes any physical strenuous work, right?
That's right. And again, whenever you're talking heat indices over 100, by this point we're starting to get a little more acclimated to it, especially if you work outside all the time. Right. But now once you still talk 105 and above, you've got to be taking frequent breaks if you are spending time outside. And make sure the kids get lots of breaks as well and plenty of water.
All right. Thank you very much, John. Those storms from the weekend have a state recreation area closed tonight.
That's right. Nebraska Game and Park says there's a lot of storm damage at Memphis State Recreation Area. That's in Saunders County. We're told there is extensive tree damage that needs to be cleared away. Several park structures were damaged, but no one was hurt.
Gas prices are on a wild ride this summer and still going.
Yeah, let's see where we stand this week for those prices. The last week before most kids have to go back to school.
Gas prices in Lincoln are up 4.2 cents per gallon over the last week. The new average is $3.12 a gallon, according to Gas Buddy. The national average is now $3.18 a gallon. That's more than a dollar higher than a year ago. The World's Fair and Expo is every 5 years, and the delayed 2020 edition is in Dubai.
And we're one of only 8 states that will be part of the USA Pavilion at the Expo. That means we'll get one day all to ourselves. Nebraska Day will feature seminars led by people from UNL and other Nebraskans. After that is the Taste of Nebraska, which gets all the stuff we know and love here out to an international audience. Secretary of State Bob Evnen is going to be there in February for Nebraska's big day.
The World Expo has 190 countries participating. They expect about 25 million people to visit in the 6 months during that when that expo is going to be open.
Also happening at the same time, the world's largest food show. So of course, Nebraska will try to find even more new customers for the things that we love there. A split day on Wall Street today, the Dow falling 107 points. NASDAQ is up 24. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
This week, as the Delta variant
Lincoln City Council right now talking about your money and your home, and property tax relief is one of the big topics. We'll have the very latest on that coming up on our newscast at 6 o'clock.
Finally tonight, hey, this looks like fun. It's a wife carrying race in Hungary.
Men say they train for this by finding the best way to carry their wives.
About 40 Hungarian husbands with their wives on their backs raced each other through different terrain over the weekend during the nation's second wife carrying contest. The first was held in October and only attracted about a dozen couples. The race is said to have origins dating back to the Viking Age. I can't imagine if you drop her, though. That's a very safe position to land on your head or get dunked in water.
And don't be surprised if this is an Olympic event come, 4 years from now.
Oh, man. I don't think I want to be the wife. I don't want to be dropped.
No, really. A lot of trust there, right? All right. Well, here's a guy we trust. He's going to tell us what's going on with the weather. John?
It is warm and humid outside. You don't need me to really tell you that, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Temperatures right now sitting in the lower to middle 90s around the area. Factor in the humidity, which right now is sitting in the lower to mid 70s, so it's feeling very uncomfortable out there, feeling almost tropical-like. It's sending our heat indices, or the feel-like temperature, up well into the triple digits. Feels like 105 right now in Lincoln. 113 is what it currently feels like in Wahoo, and 110 in Nebraska City, and 111 in Omaha right now. We are watching a few showers and thunderstorms back into the southwestern corner of the state. Those will keep moving off to the east, and I think mainly impacting the area in the circle here for the next several hours. I think as we get closer to midnight, these will start to fall apart as they move further to the east. Can't rule out the chance for an isolated shower towards Hastings or towards Red Cloud or even Grand Island, but I don't think it's going to get a whole lot further east of that area. We will have a chance for a few scattered showers tomorrow morning, and the best chance for that's going to be probably south of Lincoln, more likely from Beatrice over towards Hebron and areas south of there. For the rest of this evening, make that 96 degrees by 6 o'clock, still holding on to 90 by 8, 84 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight under partly cloudy skies. Temperatures overnight aren't going to drop very much. Lows mainly in the low 70s, and it's going to feel like temperatures about 6-7 degrees warmer than the actual air temperature.
All right, thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us.
See you back here at 6.
I didn't write topical yet.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Greens Furnace and Plumbing has been a familiar Lincoln institution offering 24/7 service for over 95 years. Swing by to check out our deals and rebates on Lennox furniture and air conditioners. You can save up to $1,600 in rebates. Call Greens today, your local Lennox dealer.
Now is the time to upgrade your flooring, and our experts at Emo Flooring are here to help. Stop in today to see a wide variety of options, including the best in shop floors. Our team can guide you to select the right flooring at a great price. Emo Flooring.
When you need an expert on quality and proven exterior work, whether you're doing commercial or residential, Stonebrook Exterior is the area's premier contractor. Call Stonebrook Exterior today.
It's the one, the only, once-a-year Gone Bananas sale at Ernie's in Ceresco, and we've peeled back prices store-wide. While the supply chain has been disrupted, Ernie's still has a huge selection of in-stock appliances, furniture, mattresses, and flooring ready for immediate delivery. With prices this low, it won't take long to sell a whole bunch. Plus, get up to 48 months special financing. We've gone bananas for this store-wide savings event at Ernie's in downtown Ceresco and Ernie's Mattress First, Lincoln.
Welcome to Pemberley Place Premier Senior Living, offering an individualized, unique balance of assistance and